In this tutorial, we are going to write an app to find the sum of the numbers 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8 up to 1 over n, when n is a number which is going to be asked the user. Now, the algorithm for this application is given here. We start by reading the value from the user. Then we are going to start going through a loop from 2 to n, and we are going to use an intermediate variable s, which represents the sum. Initially it's 0, and every time it goes through the loop, it's going to add 1 over the index to the sum, and then it's going to increment it by 2, and then continues going around the loop until we get to a point that the index is greater than the input value, and at the end we are going to display the sum. So let's go ahead and start writing the app. As usual, we are going to sign in to App Inventor. Then we are going to start a new project. Let's call it sum of even inverses. Sum of even inverses. Now it's going to give us again a blank screen. We are going to change the title first. So we are going to go down, and here we are going to change to sum of even inverses. So the title is changed. Now we need to get input from the user. So as usual, we are going to use a horizontal arrangement. We are going to change the width to be fill parent. We are going to use a label, and this label we are going to say enter a number. Now we need a text box, so we are going to bring a text box here. We are going to change the name of the text box to be n, the value of the input. So this is n. Now we are going to change the hint to enter a number. Now we also need a button to start the process. So we say start the process. And then we also need a notifier so we can display it to the user. So everything is done with this design. Now we are going to go and start writing the code. If you look at the algorithm, we need an intermediate variable s, and we need a loop. So we are going to our program, and we are going to define a variable. Let's call it s, and since sum is dealing with number, we are going to initialize it to 0. Now we need to start our loop, but this block is going to go into button 1 when it is clicked, so we leave it here. Now we change the index name to I. We are going to start again. If you look at the algorithm, you are going to start from 2. So we are going to go here and start from 2. We are going to go up to the value of n, which is the text box. So we are going to bring the block out, and then change it to text. Then we're going to make this one n.text, and we are going to go up by 2. Now every time we go up, we are going to add 1 over I to s. So we are going to set s to be equal to the previous s. So we are going to have a math block, which is the addition, and we want the previous of s, so we get s and add it to 1 over the index, which is I. So we need to get I, and then we need to find 1 over, so which is 1 divided by. So we need this block. Now, the 1, I'm going to copy or duplicate this number, put it here, put the 1 here, and then put this one here. So s becomes the previous s plus 1 over the index. And at the end, we are going to use the notifier to show the sum. So our message is going to be the value of s. So get the value of s. The title, we are going to go again and bring a blank text box. And then we are going to write sum of even inverses. And then we are going to duplicate again and put this one as OK. And we are done. The only problem is that if the user runs the app more than once, the value of s, which is 0 when the program starts, is not going to be initialized inside the loop. So we need to initialize this one every time we hit OK. So we initialize this one to 0, and that's it. So let's go ahead and see how the program works. Now, this is our design, and you can see that it asks for a number, and then when we start the process, it's going to show us the sum. So let's start with number, let's say 2. Obviously, the sum has to be 0.5, which is 0.5. If we say 10, then we click on start process, is giving us 1.14167.